Hey everyone, Erin here, your hostess with the mostest, and welcome back to another episode of Becoming Me. And I'm in a little bit of a mood. I haven't slept, so I'm kind of loopy. I had a plan for what was going to happen here, but I really don't know what's going on. And why don't I go ahead and just slap up the trans agenda, covering up that ugly window. I noticed it was really shiny last time, so I tried to cover it up this time. Okay, so as per usual, we're at a month in, so I did my measurements and things like that, and I'm gonna try and I guess cut to like a little video, I guess, like evolution of how I've changed so far. But again, it's only been like 2 months, so probably not that much. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I'll go ahead and play that now and then come back to this. And we're back. Wasn't that fun? Yay. Okay. Now on to the really fun stuff. Okay. I did my measurements and they were the same. Which is not too surprising, I guess. But I weighed myself, and I weighed myself a couple of times, so to be sure. And apparently I've lost like 4 pounds in the past week. I just keep losing weight. Oh. Ignore that, I'm gonna edit that out. I'm not gonna edit that. Anyway, alright, so on to this week and what's been going on with that. Particularly with my dysphoria and like HRT and things like that. So the week moved by really fast and there were so many ups and downs, and whoa, it just sort of started to level out, but now I'm like just on such a crazy high because I just finished Undertale. And it is amazing, y'all. I can't wait to show you guys everything that happens. And I hope you really like it. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track. And it's probably like 10 in the morning at this point. I imagine I'm very tired. But the big change or feeling that I was having, and it happened like in the middle of the week. I don't know, I was just kind of touching myself. It's fine. Not a big deal. And the area around my areola, like it felt hard. It felt like there was like something underneath when it never felt like that before. And I tried feeling my other side to like have the same sensation, but it doesn't have it. And I know that with cis women, and also especially with trans women, like they'll usually have like one of their breasts is like really eager and just popping right out, and the other one takes a little bit of time. And honestly, every single breast is not symmetrical, and they're still beautiful. Like, that's a thing. Don't worry about it. Like, we always try to make them symmetrical in drawings and stuff, but they're not. Anyway, and I was like really curious about that. And then, like, just the next day, it's been and it's been happening the rest of the week too. Like, my nipples have been so sensitive that like I'd accidentally just brush by a little bit and it would like feel like a knife is going into it. And that's actually a really good sign. But what I was most surprised to find out about, because I looked it up online, is that when people say like that they have breast development at like 3-month mark, it's not kind of like a gradual thing per se, like how I imagine. Like, it seems in most cases it's like literally overnight. So 1 week I'm gonna be like, my nipples are really sensitive, they're still like this, and then the next it's gonna be like, oh my god, I have boobs. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Alright, oh, anyway, what else is going on? Oh, okay. So, like, my wife has been really playful lately. Like almost like we were actually together again. And it's strange, but it's also like fun. I just know that she's not bisexual, so like I don't know. I think she's just like really finally kind of okay with who I actually am. And I've also noticed that I'm not really like being fully myself around her. Like, it's strange. I don't think I really have this problem like on recordings and stuff like that, but I feel like there's a small twinge to my voice that makes it not quite come out right when I'm talking to her. But maybe that's just in my mind. Anyway, all those highs, and to end with a little bit of a low. Oh, dysphoria, dead naming, misgendering, all that. It's so great. What's worst of all is most people, I don't know if they just assume that I'm a guy, or they assume that I'm a girl, or what. But I'm usually misgendered by like kids. And it's like, it's weird because it's never a malicious thing. Like, even though kids can be really mean, they're also really blunt and honest, which I am too, and I'm very appreciative. But there's something just really upsetting about someone like seeing you, and that's just how they see you, and they don't understand. Obviously I didn't converse with this child or anything, but how it happened, I was just doing my job at one of the Walmarts, and this kid was just like, hey, what's that guy doing, to their mom. And it's just like, the mom's like, oh, she's like doing, you know, whatever. And I don't know if she thought that I was a girl to begin with, or if she realized that I'm trans and she's just trying to be nice. But let's just hope for the former. And it was just kind of weird, like the kids like they do a double take. Like, I think I'm just so happy and like elated right now that it doesn't bother me. At the time, I felt really devastated. So this whole vlog's gonna be weird. And I'll try not to ramble or do anything like really crazy like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on to the next point. Alright, this one's kind of negative. I'm really sorry to be negative, especially when it doesn't make sense with how I'm acting right now. But so one of my really good friends that I care a lot about and I've tried to help in the past, like, they were finally, what's it called, like, comfortable enough to share their voice on Twitter, and they have a wonderful voice, and I can't believe how good it is. And I mean, I love my voice, but there's a lot of times where, well, seems like lately, if I hear pretty much any other trans woman, I'm like, wow, their voice is amazing. And then I just put myself down. And I know that I shouldn't, but I don't know how to, like, stop comparing myself, because it's just this really self-deferential thing. Because, like, I do it with any kind of talent, or looking at my content, or trying to draw, do design, even, like, my friendships, like, and my relationships and love. Like, it's sort of a domino effect in that, and I think it's because I'm like a real perfectionist about things, and I really shouldn't be. But I just feel like I should just stop trying, stop putting myself out there because I'm bad. And truthfully, no one wants anything to do with me. I know that's not true, and I really shouldn't even feel that way. Like, it's honestly a crime to say that, knowing my friends and, like, the people that I care about and I talk to all the time. Like, but, I mean, just had to get that off my chest, I guess. Oh, my head hurts. Alright, so this next point is, how do I stop being long-winded and make videos shorter? I don't know. I really don't. Because I honestly think that's something that's just kind of like a part of me. And I think that it may not translate really well in, like, content or, like, Twitter, because I mean, when I started Twitter, I would just make thread after thread after thread, because I can't do just the 280 characters. I can't do it. But I'm learning to adapt my language according to who I'm talking to and what idioms I'm using. And basically, if you're willing to watch all of, like, a 40-minute vlog, then I really appreciate it. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you for listening to my rambling and incoherence and things like that. But I do have plans to sort of help that, at least with certain videos. And I'll be getting to that at the end of this vlog. So, yay. Now, I want to start a new segment on the vlog. Yes, another new thing I'm throwing at you. That's just what I do apparently now. And I'm gonna call it, this week, what's it called? Oh yeah, this week in awesome and awful people. And I like it, so I'm gonna kind of stick with that. But I think I'm gonna do awful first, and then awesome. And I'm gonna try and find both. I'm sure I can each week. I just have to remember to save tweets. Okay, So this is really awful. But there was this yet another sock puppet account of someone pretending to be a black trans woman. And not only that, they were a Trump supporter. And because of that, and my friends, you may not know this, and I didn't really know it or understand it until more recently, but when a black person is conservative or supports Trump or something, they jump on it and they will just blindly go and because they're desperate for that kind of validation or something. And there was actually, I'm getting off topic, but there was actually a this black girl in college, I think, and I don't remember what she did, but she made a story about how she's a conservative and supports Trump and was kicked out of her house, and then started a GoFundMe, and it made so much money from all these people that love to hate, and it was just a big joke. And she also didn't accept the money, and I don't remember what happened exactly, but people were saying, well, I can take you to court for false advertising and taking my money and cheating me and stuff like that. But whatever she did, she managed to be in a position where it wasn't her fault and she wouldn't be blamed for anything, and it was pretty awesome. But this is not awesome, so I guess that's an extra awesome person. So yeah, this account of a black trans woman went viral because conservatives followed them, and they were extremely racist and stereotypical in the way that they presented themselves on Twitter, and other people took notice. So that's when they figured out that it was fake and all that stuff. And what's really sick is the person who made this account, likely an actual Trump supporter, likely a white man, took a picture of a deceased trans woman that was black, and not only that, slapped on some really comical lipstick and makeup on the image as a Photoshop and used that as the avatar. Luckily, they were suspended from Twitter, and now they're gone. So, but the fact that people do that is really fucking stupid and disgusting. Alright, so enough of that. Let's go to the awesome people. So, this is an everyday hero type thing. So I follow this one friend that I believe her name is Sarah. And she's wow, trans and owning it and super crazy, and has all these girlfriends and talking about them all the time, and she is whoa into it. And I didn't realize that she is totally closeted in the real world. Or not the real world, I mean the outside world. And so she tweeted about how she actually came out to her in the middle of her college class, And like, people were supportive of that. And not only that, but her courage allowed a trans man who was also in the class to stand up and let people know that he was a man. And I think that's so cool. And like, it's really frightening and really scary to stand up and be like, knowing that so many people hate you and want you dead and things like that. But there's also a lot of support out there too. And people really, especially trans people, are just hoping for that little opportunity so that they can be themselves. They need that security, and that little bit helped give him the courage too. And honestly, it kind of reminds me, I met someone recently, really recently, like less than 24 hours ago, and they are just amazing and so wonderful and cute and oh my goodness. But like, it reminded me how a lot of what has happened on my channel and my channel growing and stuff is because of Alpha Review Reel just reaching out to me on Twitter and then finding other people that I can like talk to and have fun with. And like, this person, they're also trans, and they didn't know about informed consent clinics. And I might need to really do my research on that and make like a quick actual public service announcement video for people, because I didn't know about it either until recently, till after I went through the therapy and stuff like that. But for those that are seeking HRT, hormone replacement therapy, as trans people, you can go through an informed consent clinic if there's one nearby you. Like, you don't have to jump through hoops with a therapist and get their approval and get psychiatric evaluations and things like that. Honestly, and I'm glad that, like, that's just a big lie and it's not like against the law or anything. But it's also really upsetting that it's not more well known that you can just do that. Like, least of all, I hate gatekeeping, but most of all, or least of all, I don't know, like, cis people should not be the ones to look at you and be like, you are trans, or you are not trans, when it comes to, like, decisions about where your transition is going to take you. Everyone's transition is different. Everyone does different things to express their gender. And I also saw my friend Ashley over at Cowatoon Gaming, and they did a what's called the Gender Tag Project, and I'm gonna rewatch it and really like respond well to it. But I'm also gonna be doing one of those soon, so hopefully you guys might like that. But if not, like, tough, I guess, because I just talk. Alright, I'm kind of going really long this time. So, yeah, that was awesome and awful people. And now I'm going to talk about what is coming up soon-ish on the channel again. Alright, so to wrap up this vlog, I already mentioned that Undertale is now finished. I'm not going to be going back and doing any extra things. Even if I want to, I'm gonna force myself not to, because I feel like I've done enough for my own experience. Yes, there is more that the game has to offer, but I feel really content with where I left it. By the way, fucking watch that shit. It is so good. Oh my god. Alright, and I know what I want to do for my first nostalgia dip. And I have an idea of what the graphic will be. And hopefully I can do it pretty quickly. Oh! I just realized I didn't mention my graphic. Oh my god, this is gonna be the first vlog where I have it. Oh my god. Yes, I hope you like it. I'm not a very good artist, but I wanted to do something cool, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and then for my crying hours, I'm gonna change it a little bit. And I already told my friend Ray about this, and I kind of hinted at it earlier in this video, but to make it so I'm not just blabbering on about stuff and, well, frankly, losing my voice and pausing too much and just making really long videos and no one wants to watch. Because when I'm talking about things on the crying hour, I am doing that for a reason. I feel that there are things important that I want to share. They're different from like my vlog. My vlog is more like really informal and just me kind of like talking. And I was kind of like, okay, crying hours are just me talking. But that's because like it evolved originally, you know, from an actual vlog, and I was gonna put like segments. I had no idea that I talk so much. I don't know if that's surprising or not. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna actually write like a script and really kind of try to articulate my points, and that way it's just content and there's like no filler and things like that. And then I'll just like put it over gameplay of various games. I don't know what yet, but yeah, I don't know what yet. Anyway. Alright, so I guess that's it for this week. Look forward to next week. And if you stayed till the end, thank you. You're a real sweetheart. And take care, everybody.